Howdy, howdy. This is Acidic Roots. I've got a drink for you. Maybe you don't know about it. It's kind of uncommon. I feel like half of us may know, and maybe more than half of the other half may not know. It's kind of surprising, but Sonic the Hedgehog. Maybe you've heard of him. He has a drink. Energy drink, nonetheless. So this is Sonic Speed. Sonic the Hedgehog Speed by, well, I don't know if you can see it, but by Boston, America. So obviously I have had this before. I've been attempting to put it in vlogs on the Acidic Roots channel, but I did not, just because I figured, most people there for the skits aren't, I need to get like the attention on the Sonic drink. So I'm just going to make a specific video about it. So let's crack this open. Like I said, I've had it before, but we're going to pay attention. I just need to figure out how to implement it. So this definitely tastes like a yellow drink. If you were to pour this into a glass, you would see it being yellow. And kind of remind it. It just tastes like almost a halfway between a yellow Red Bull and a Mountain Dew and possibly like a mellow yellow. Something of those. Some yellow citrusy drink. That's what they were aiming for. It says it has citric acid in here, so that's kind of the thing. Now, obviously, trying to get one of these, I recommend Amazon, just because unless you live in a high-profile city, especially in the United States, like, probably Boston, I would assume, would have Boston, America drinks. Boston, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Miami, Chicago, just one of these places. I'm not too certain as to how, it really has to be gamer-centric in order to get this. And that's just kind of, there's Hermione cameo. I'm just not quite clear on whether or not a place that's not gamer-centric you would find it. So obviously where I live, it's kind of up in the air, but luckily, me just looking for the Slurm drink last year, Slurm from Futurama, which is unfortunately not here, I did find this. Now, obviously, there's a drink called the Mega Man E-Tank, which I like way more. It's blue and it has a raspberry flavor. But I figured since my Sega videos are getting popular, why not add some Sega flavor to the channel? And I definitely want to start doing more things just besides Sonic the Hedgehog, but for now, I can't really think of too many Sonic or Sega enterprises that would have an energy drink off of them. So obviously, as far as rating the energy drink, it gets the job done. But, I had one of these a couple days ago, and I went right to sleep when I was tired. So I think the whole thing is, really, when you look this up on Amazon, when you find the drink, Sonic Energy Drink or Sonic Speed, it basically puts it in toys and games. So I'm assuming that, 6-year-olds, 8-year-olds could probably have this drink. It's not as sharp as Red Bull, in other words. Definitely not as sharp as Monster. Monster is like a supersized version of Red Bull. But this, I would basically almost say, would probably be safe for children beneath the age of 10. But yeah, so I mean, really, when you get this, if you're not getting it for collector's sake, it's probably just for a nice little treat. Like if you have a night shift and you have to be at work at midnight and you have to be there until 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, I don't know if this is going to keep you up. So that's kind of the thing. Say, well, I got, fuck coffee, fuck those little small things that you get, the 24-hour energy or whatever. I think that this is honestly this more of a novelty, but it says it's an energy drink, so you kind of take what you will. I don't have it to be able to do in practice, but it's still fun. And, I do have stories with this. I've had one of these. Frenchie's had one of these. The gang's had one of these. It really is simplistic. I mean, me just getting fired up over Sonic the Hedgehog and Sega. I'm almost at the point. I want to think about the Sega Dreamcast, but I'm just trying to think of what games that came out that are actually worthwhile. But this is obviously trying to imply that we're talking the Sega Genesis years more so than like the Dreamcast years. But that's not too terrible. The Dreamcast was short-lived, but I do fuck with the Genesis. I'm actually thinking about getting Beavis and Butthead and messing with that, but yeah, I mean, I do, Sega's pretty awesome. I mean, it's something I want to encourage more viewers to mess with on my channel. So obviously this drink, like I said, has a yellow, almost citrusy, but it's just kind of mellow. I mean, it doesn't really have like the tang of like a spark, it's not like Live Wire or something like that. It just is. It's tough to describe. It just is. It's like a light. It has more spark than mellow yellow, but not as much as Red Bull. So, but yeah, I mean, you do want to try this drink. Don't think I'll pass. Like, oh, this is blase. 2 thumbs down or whatever. I mean, it's worth getting. I mean, once you get it, there's just a certain excitement about drinking something that maybe 5 or 6 other people in your city have messed with. It's pretty slick. I mean, that is definitely a thing about it. So, let's try. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah, fuck with Sonic Speed.